All right, what I want to talk to you today about is managed WordPress hosting. And the question is pretty simple. Do you really need managed WordPress hosting? A lot of small business owners hear that phrase and they think, okay, is this just another thing somebody's trying to sell me? Is this really different from regular hosting? Or is it just a more expensive name for the same thing? And that's a fair question. Because if you've had a WordPress site for any length of time, you've probably seen hosting plans for $5 a month, $10 a month, even $20 a month. And then you see managed hosting that costs a little bit more than that. So it makes sense to ask, why should I pay more for this? Here's how I'd look at it. If your website is just a hobby site, or maybe a personal blog that you update every now and then, you may not need managed WordPress hosting right now. But if your website is part of your business, meaning people use it to find you, contact you, book with you, buy from you, or decide whether they trust you, then hosting matters. It really does. Because your hosting is the foundation your website lives on. And if the foundation is weak, everything else gets harder. The thing is, a lot of times small business owners don't think about hosting until something goes wrong. The site gets slow, the contact form stops working, the site starts showing errors, a plugin update breaks something, or the website gets hacked because updates were not being handled and backups were not in place. And then all of a sudden, hosting's not boring anymore. Now it's urgent. Now it's affecting your business. And what I typically recommend is that you don't wait until that point to figure out what kind of hosting setup you have. You don't need to be a tech expert to make a good decision here. You just need to understand what you're paying for, what you're responsible for, and what happens if something breaks. So let me give you a real world example. Let's say there's a local fitness coach. We'll call her Sarah. She built her WordPress site herself a few years ago. It looked pretty good at the time. She had her services listed, a few blog posts, a contact form, and a booking link. She was paying for a very cheap shared hosting plan because at the time that made sense. She was just getting started. She didn't want another monthly bill. But over time, the site grew. She added more images. She added a page builder. She added a few marketing plugins. She added an email opt-in. She added analytics. And before long, the site was slow. Not just a little slow either. It was taking 6, 7, 8 seconds to load on a phone. And the thing is, she didn't really notice it right away because she was usually looking at the site from her own computer. But new visitors were coming from Instagram, clicking the link in her bio and waiting. And a lot of them were leaving before the homepage even loaded. On top of that, she had plugin updates piling up. She had no recent backup that she knew of, and when her contact form stopped working, she had no idea how long it had been broken. That's the kind of situation where managed WordPress hosting can make a lot of sense. Not because it magically fixes every problem, it doesn't, but because it gives the website a much better foundation. And it usually means someone is watching the technical side of your site a little more closely than maybe you can. You know, you're busy. You're a business owner. You're trying to run your business. You may not have the time to check these things. So let's back up for a second. Hosting is basically where your website lives. I like to think of it as your own little space on a server somewhere. A server is just a computer that stores your website files and sends them to people when they visit your domain. So when someone types in your website address, your hosting is what delivers the site to them. Now, with cheap shared hosting, your website may be sitting on a server with hundreds, maybe thousands of other websites, and you're all sharing the same resources. That means you're sharing things like memory, storage, processing power, and server capacity. It's kind of like living in an apartment building where everybody's using the same water line. If only a few people are using it, everything feels fine. But if too many people use it at the same time, everybody feels it. Your website can slow down even if you didn't do anything wrong. That's one of the big issues with cheap hosting. It may be okay when your site's small, but when your business starts depending on that site, cheap hosting can become a problem. Managed WordPress hosting means the hosting environment is built specifically for WordPress. It usually includes things like better server performance, WordPress-focused security, backups, caching, updates, and support that actually understands WordPress. Caching is just a way of storing parts of your website so they can load faster. Backups are copies of your site that can be restored if something goes wrong. And updates are the software updates for WordPress itself, your theme, and your plugins. So managed hosting is not just about where your website lives, it's also about how that environment is maintained. And that matters because WordPress is not a set it and forget it platform. I mean, WordPress is great, don't get me wrong. I've been using WordPress for years. I've been working with WordPress for almost 20 years, and I still think it's one of the best platforms for small business websites. But it does need care. Plugins need to be updated. Themes need to be updated. WordPress itself needs to be updated. Security issues are going to come up. Backups need to run because if something happens to your site, the backup is going to be the fastest, cleanest way to fix your site. The performance needs to be watched. And if you ignore all that long enough, eventually something usually breaks. Now, I don't want to make this sound like every single website needs expensive hosting. That's not true. I'll be the first to tell you that. If you have a personal blog, a hobby site, or a very simple website that's not tied to your income, you may be fine with basic hosting for now. If you're just experimenting, learning WordPress, or building something that doesn't really have traffic yet, basic hosting can be okay. There's nothing wrong with starting simple. But if you want to know when it's time to move up, that's the key. A lot of times, business owners stay on starter hosting long after the site's outgrown it. And then they wonder why the site feels slow, why things keep breaking, or why support keeps giving them generic answers. All right, so who should consider managed WordPress hosting? Here's where I'd start. If your website brings in leads, you should consider it. If people book appointments through your site, you should consider it. If you sell products or services through your site, you should consider it. If you run ads or send people from social media to your site, you should consider it. If you don't have time to log in every week and check updates, backups, and security, you should definitely consider it. And if your website has already been slow, hacked, broken, or unreliable, then I would not ignore that. Because those are signs that your foundation may not be strong enough anymore. And this is one of those foundation things. It's not fancy, but it matters. Now, if I were looking at your site, here's how I'd think about it. The first thing I would check is speed. Not just how fast it feels on your computer, but how fast it loads for a new visitor on a phone. Because a lot of your visitors are probably on mobile devices, like their phone. And if the site takes too long to load, people are not going to wait. Speed matters. It really does. The second thing I would check is backups. I would want to know whether backups are running automatically, how often they run, and how easy they are to restore. Because a backup you can't restore is not very helpful. It's worthless. A lot of business owners assume their host is backing up their site. Sometimes they are, but sometimes they're not. Sometimes backups are included, but only for a short amount of time. Sometimes restoring the backup costs extra. So don't assume anything. Check it out. The third thing that I would check is updates. WordPress updates are not optional forever. You don't always have to update the second something comes out, but you do need a process. Before major updates, you want a backup. Then you update WordPress, your theme, and your plugins. Then you check the site after. That means checking the homepage, the contact form, the booking form, the checkout page, if you have one, and any important pages that bring in leads. The fourth thing I would check is security. You want to know if your site has malware scanning, firewall protection, strong login protection, and a clean way to recover if something goes wrong. A firewall is just protection that helps block bad traffic before it can do any damage to your site. And the fifth thing I would check is support. This is very important because when something breaks, you want support that understands WordPress, not just somebody reading from a general hosting script somewhere. That makes a big difference. Now, the reason I start with speed is simple. Speed affects the visitor right away. If your site is slow, some people will leave before they even read your offer, fill out your form, or schedule a call. The reason I check backups early is because backups are your safety net. Before we make changes, before we update plugins, before we troubleshoot anything, I want to know we can recover the site if something goes sideways. The reason I check updates is because outdated software is one of the most common sources of WordPress problems. Not always, but a lot of times it is. And the reason I check security is because small business websites do get targeted. It's not always personal. A lot of attacks are automated. They're just looking for outdated plugins, weak passwords, and easy openings. And support matters because even if you're comfortable doing some things yourself, there are going to be times when you need help. And when that happens, the quality of support can save you a lot of stress. So what's the real difference between cheap hosting and managed WordPress hosting? Cheap hosting usually gives you a place to put your website. Managed hosting usually gives you a WordPress-focused environment with more help around speed, security, backups, and maintenance. That's the difference. One is more hands-off from the hosting company. The other is usually more hands-on. Now, that doesn't mean every managed host is great. You still have to look at what's included. Some companies use the word managed very loosely, so you want to check the details. Do they include daily backups? Do they include malware scanning? Do they help with plugin issues? Do they have staging? Staging is a copy of your website where changes can be tested before they go live. Do they include caching? Do they know WordPress well? And do they actually help when something breaks? Those are the things that matter. Now here's the calm warning. If your business depends on your website, don't ignore this. I'm not saying you need the most expensive hosting plan in the world. You probably don't. But you do need hosting that matches the importance of your website. If your site is your online storefront, your lead generator, your booking tool, or your first impression, then it needs to be treated like part of the business, not like an afterthought. Because when hosting is weak, it can show up in a lot of ways. Slow pages, failed updates, random errors, broken forms, and poor support. Security problems, downtime. And the hard part is, by the time you notice it, you may have already lost a bunch of leads or even your trust. That's why I like to fix the foundation before adding more features. Don't add more plugins to a slow site. Don't redesign a site that's sitting on poor hosting. And don't spend money on ads if the page takes too long to load. Fix the foundation first. So here's the next simple step. Go look at your current hosting plan. Find out 3 things. 1, are backups included and can you restore them easily? 2, is your site being protected and updated regularly? 3, is your site loading fast enough on mobile? If you don't know the answer to those 3 questions, that's a good place to start. And again, I put a simple checklist in the pinned comment so you can follow along. You don't need to be a hosting expert. You just need to know whether your current setup is helping your business or holding it back. And if you want help with that, that's exactly the kind of thing I look at in a WordPress site audit. I can look at your hosting, your speed, your plugins, your backups, your security setup, and the things that may be slowing the site down or putting it at risk. And if you want to take it a step further, WPEdge also offers care plans and managed WordPress hosting for small business owners who don't want to keep fighting with the technical side of WordPress. Let me take the stress of WordPress off your plate. That's really the goal. You run your business. Your website should support that business, not become another full-time job. So let me know in the comments, what kind of hosting are you using right now? Are you on shared hosting, managed WordPress hosting, or are you not really sure? And if you're not sure, just say that. A lot of business owners are in the same spot. So do you really need managed hosting? Maybe. If your site is small and you're not tied to your income, maybe not yet. But if your website supports your business, brings in leads, handles bookings, sells products, or needs to be fast and secure, then yes, it's probably worth considering. Because hosting is not just a tech decision, it's a business decision. And it's one of those things that can either quietly support everything else you're doing or quietly cause problems in the background. So start with the foundation. Check your hosting, check your backups, check your speed, and if you need help, reach out. I'm Rob with WPEdge Solutions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.